YouTube, it's Tuesday, and you guys know what that means. It's Tier List Tuesday. Let's go. All right, you guys, so for this week's Tier List Tuesday, for those that haven't been here before, every single Tuesday we do a tier list, and this week we are doing snipers. Snipers in Season 4 of Call of Duty Warzone, which is a super fun place to be right now because snipers are consistently getting buffs to the weapons, and there's been a lot of barrel changes, there's been just specific like aim down sight changes, there's been laser changes, there's been all kinds of stuff to help these Cold War snipers out because they were in a really bad spot to start. And so when I did this tier list in Season 2, it's going to look a lot different than what it's going to look like today. So I'm really excited about this one, guys. If you guys do enjoy today's tier list video, make sure you guys do like the video, subscribe to the channel to find your way back for next Tuesdays, or you can check out any of my gameplays on my channel. I have tons of gameplays, gun guides, all that good stuff. Or comment below, guys, what you guys think your favorite sniper is, or if you guys disagree with me, because I know there's going to be some people in here that disagree, because for some reason, snipers are like babies to people. Like, you are committed to that sniper like it's your wife. So let's jump into it. All right, you guys, so starting off here first, guys, these are pretty much in random order, it looks like. So the Tundra, guys, the Tundra. This sniper was my personal favorite from Cold War originally, but over time, it doesn't feel as good as it used to. I would probably put it in like a healthy A tier because it is a good sniper. Don't get me wrong. It is a very solid sniper. Statistically, it has very minimal bullet drop and a very high bullet velocity. But there's something with the Cold War snipers, guys. I swear. Other than the Swiss, which we'll get to, it just feels like when I'm aiming down sight, it's not going where it's supposed to go, which is kind of frustrating. But it does the job. I've made some really nasty videos on the Tundra before, especially with the 4x scope. I liked it when the 4x scope didn't have glint on it, but now that it does have glint on the snipers, you have to use the actual sniper scope, and I don't love it. The reticles for the Cold War snipers are a little weird, but statistically and feel-wise, like if you're really just sitting, if you guys have seen my gameplays, I'm a movement sniper. A Tundra it's basically the comparison to the HDR. If you like the HDR, you should really try out the Tundra because it's very similar in that playstyle. So next, we have the Pellington 703. This one is really disappointing for me because in multiplayer, it was kind of like the quick scoping gun. In Warzone, it doesn't feel that good. It feels very comparable to the Tundra and basically feels exactly like the same gun, except the Tundra does more damage to body shots. So if you like to hit headshots, and like I always say, sniping is really only worth sniping if you're hitting headshots unless you have multiple people sniping the same target. I just think the Tundra just barely sneaks this one out against Pellington. So we're going to leave it at B tier. It's solid, but it's definitely not like terrible. It's definitely a viable weapon. Next, the M82. There's someone that I can't say his name in my YouTube videos because his name's kind of inappropriate. Lord, we'll call him Lord. Loves this gun. The M82 is his baby. And honestly, I've picked it up a couple times and I have hit some nice shots with it. But to me, this is a C tier sniper. The aim down sight speed is atrocious on it, which to me is like 99% of the weapon. So damage is fine. You can put that like 20 times scope on and you can make some funny clips with that. But other than that, I don't think this is ever worth like pulling out at the moment. There's so many better snipers that do just as good at what this sniper was made to do. So C tier. The HDR is going to fall into the same category as the Tundra for me. Like I said, it's good, but it's not my play style of sniping. If you're trying to win games, you're like playing like Iron's playing, the HDR is like your best friend. S tier 100%. But for most people that are trying to make either get clips or just make fun gameplay and you're not going for wins every single game, like you're okay with dying here and there, the HDR is not for you. Like if you're going for high kill gameplay, it's possible to get a high kill with HDR. I do it once a season and make a video on it, but it can be rough at times. It feels like a million pounds when you're running across the field with it. So it's good, but not great, in my opinion. It's right there, though, like right below, because there's literally no bullet drop. Can't go wrong. The AX50. I do want to say before I actually jump into the AX50 here, guys, if you guys have made it this far into the video, on my YouTube channel, I have videos for almost every one of these snipers, and also I'll drop the link to my loadouts below so you guys can see the sniper loadouts on these. I think I am missing a couple snipers on there, so I'll try to update it before this video goes live, but If I don't, you can catch me on one of my Twitch live streams or my YouTube live streams, which I stream at the same time, and I'll tell you exactly what to put on it. So they're good guns. Just check out the YouTube channel, and they'll help you out. The AX50. This was my original love in Modern Warfare. I loved the AX50 when it first came out, and multiplayer was good, and then on Warzone it was like my go-to, and I think everyone was using it. And if I remember really far back, it's been a year now, I'm pretty sure it got an initial nerf because it was doing better than the HDR and most people were using it, and then the HDR just kind of took over. So I don't know if people just kind of realized that the HDR was better, or I think that's what actually happened. I think I'm lying. I think the HDR just figured out it was better. In my opinion, it's a C tier right now. I brought it out in a video last season because my boy Patty made me in the stream. And honestly, it just had a weird bullet drop. For how heavy the sniper felt, because I haven't used it in so long, I was like, oh, it's going to have minimal bullet drop. It had like a lot of bullet drop, and the bullet velocity wasn't as good as you'd hope it to be. So at a sniper standpoint, I'm going to put that at C tier. It just feels weird now. But we'll get to why it feels weird. Dragonov, D tier, don't even look at it. 10K views or 10K subs on this channel, and I will make that video for you guys. I already promised Patty, promised to stream. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see me use that. Ugh, I'm already cringing at it. I don't even know how I'm going to make it work, but we'll make it work somehow. The Rytec. The Rytec really isn't a sniper in my opinion. Some people like to use that as a sniper, but the bullet velocity is so bad. If someone isn't literally standing still, you're not going to hit the snipe unless you literally lead them like half a football field length. So this gun obviously is like a missile launcher. Like you're just shooting explosive rounds and blowing everything up. If you want to use it that way, it's probably like a B tier. Because like honestly, like no one, like it avoids trophy systems and you can blow up cars really easy. Like if you want to go troll some games and just like have a good time, the Rytec is fun. But in my opinion, it's like a C tier. Just even with, I'm going to throw it in C tier literally because of the explosive rounds. But otherwise, it's a D tier. I'm putting it a D tier. This gun it's not good. It's not good. SPR 208. This is another one that falls in the A tier for me. I think it is that perfect medium between the HDR because it has a very minimal bullet drop. Very minimal. In the Kar98k. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know why I just like lost train of thought. It's the perfect middle ground between the HDR and the Kar98k. If you guys like both of these weapons, that's your baby right there. Like this thing is some people's favorite weapon, and I don't blame them. When this gun first came out, it was the most broken gun we've ever seen. Maybe not the most broken, but it was really, really easy to use. Like it was doing crazy damage, full cracking people in the chest, like absolutely insane. But it got nerfed a couple times, and it feels really good still. Like realistically, if you like I said, you're an HDR gameplay, but you like to play more. It's hard to. It's like hard to like explain it. If you play with the Kar98k and like to use the movement, but you want like the damage and bullet velocity of the HDR, use the SPR. There we are. We did it, guys. Let me know if you guys are proud of me in the comments. That was really tough for some reason. Kar98k. This guy is my baby. If you guys have been on my YouTube channel, anytime I snipe, this is pretty much what I use. I love it. It's so good. The reason why it's so good, does good body damage after a buff back in like season 6 or something of Modern Warfare. Reticles are amazing. Quick scoping is very fun with it and probably the best one to do with it. There's just so many good things about this weapon. Like you can literally run around the map like it's a submachine gun and use it. It feels so light. You can whip to people. There's very minimal bullet drop once you learn it. There's a little bit, but like it's more than the HDR, but it's not much more than the SPR. So if you want to learn a sniper, I recommend the Kar98k. I think it might actually get a nerf at some point, especially if they lower the time to kill on those other weapons. Sniping, I think, is going to come back in the meta, kind of, sort of. But right now, Kar98k is S tier, man. I love this gun, and I can't say enough about it. If you want to see some really sick plays, I upload a ton of Kar98 gameplay on my YouTube channel. Crossbow. I don't think this falls into anything on a sniper, so we're not even going to talk about it. MK2 carbine. I would love to see this get buffed. I would love it. Like, if you could get like a one-shot headshot, like, so that's the issue. If you guys didn't know about this, you can't get a full-plated headshot kill with the MK2 carbine. If you could you imagine how much fun you'd have in Rebirth with this gun? Like, it would be so much fun. But like, keep it at like a medium range. Don't let you one-shot people across the map because it's like insanely easy to use for headshots. Because if you guys remember in OG Gulag days, that was like the gun you loved to get if you were a good sniper. But if you'd had it at long range, I think it might be broken. So it would be weird though. But can you imagine how much fun it would be if you could one-shot people in the head with it in Rebirth? Oh, I'd love it. But let's go in D tier for now. Swiss K31. The sniper that has literally climbed the charts. When it first came out, C, buffed it. It's S tier now, guys. I hated on this gun for a long time because I'm a Kar98k fan. But after all the buffs that they've had, the Swiss is feeling really good. And honestly, it has less bullet drop than the Kar98k. The big difference, though, which I actually think I'm going to make a separate video at some point, literally breaking down these guns. But the main difference between the Kar98k and the Swiss is Swiss, more damage to the chest, less bullet drop. Kar98k feels like it has a little bit more movement to me. It feels a little bit smoother to me, and less flinch is the big thing. So they're both S tier right now, but I do think the Kar98k just barely beats it out just purely off the flinch, because flinch is huge when it comes to sniping. So guys, we're on to the last one here. ZRG 20mm. I think this is probably the most underrated sniper on this list. I'm gonna put it at a healthy B tier because I think it's literally the same exact thing as the HDR, basically. It has a little bit faster aim down sight speed, but I haven't used it enough to really give it that full rating of as good as the HDR. I think it is good, and it could be an A tier weapon, but to me, it just, something feels a little funky with it at sometimes. Like, the ADS speed's fast, but it's not like fast enough to make you want to use it more than the HDR. Damage is good, but it doesn't do a great damage to the chest. I don't know. There's very little bullet drop on it, though, and very good bullet velocity. So it is a good sniper, 100%. But definitely a B tier. But yeah, guys, Kar98k and Swiss, top 2 snipers in the game right now. If you guys have not leveled those up or done anything with those, the Swiss, the way this game's going, they're making every Cold War weapon better than Modern Warfare 1. So catch this one in like another season or so, and that might be changed. But for the time being, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I really appreciate you guys for stopping in. If you guys did make it all the way through the video, make sure you guys do drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Or if you guys only watch the tier list videos, I'll catch you guys next week. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace out.